Ian Deacon joins us today after today's 2-2 draw in the opening game of the season. First of all, Ian, what was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it was a typical opening day game. Both teams, to be fair, had a go. I think on reflection, probably a draw is a fair result. We got in some really, really good areas time after time after time, but I think our final ball or our final pass or our final decision was lacking a little bit today. But what was really pleasing was the character of the group. You know, we went behind twice through mistakes of our own, if I'm honest. And I think they're the fine margins as the season goes on. You hope to hone in and make sure the lads are switched on a little bit more. But I can't say to the lads I can't be too displeased with the result as a whole. A point at home from the first game. We'll take it and move on. There's 41 more to go. So, but I think a draw is a fair reflection of the game overall.
So going behind twice and then just 30 seconds into the second half having a goal disallowed for Gainsborough, the lads showed heart and got back into it.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've had some numerous chances throughout the game to really punish to Gainsborough today, but we've just made the wrong decision or the wrong pass at that time. And I've just spoke to Yatesy in there afterwards, and I don't think actually he's really had a save to make apart from conceding 2 goals. And through our own mistakes, we've had that out in the dressing room. The lads know we can be better, and this is the beauty of football. There's always another game to go and improve on and work on things, and obviously a training session next week. But the games come thick and fast at the start of the season, so I've just said to them, the quicker we can get into that groove, the better. But like I said, we've not lost. We've drawn 2 all at home. I think it was an entertaining game for the crowd. Both teams having a go at each other, and we just need to cut out those individual errors or those moments of lapses of concentration moving forward, which will come with time. We've got a good group of players. They know, they're self-aware, they know straight away, they're talking between themselves in the changing room. But the character of the side was really pleasing for me today. We didn't give up. On another day we'd probably go and nick it 3-2. But I think, like I said, they're not a bad side. We've got some good players. They battled hard, and we had rain, we had sun, we had everything today in terms of the conditions, so that impacts the way that teams play on the pitch. So yeah, all in all, like I said, I'm really pleased with the character of the side and the resilience to come back from behind twice.
So 2 goals scored, one by Colin Daniel on his debut, and then an overhead kick by Wafula. Whether that goes down as an own goal, bouncing off the keeper or not, we'll see. But especially for Colin on his debut, getting in higher up the pitch from what we maybe would have expected when he signed yesterday, but getting that goal and then Jonathan Wafula redeeming for the deflection earlier in the game as well. He must have delighted for them too.
Yeah, I think so. Jono was obviously disappointed at half time because he's scored an own goal, but that's the best way to react. Go up to the other end and put your name on the score sheet for us. And he worked tirelessly. He played 3 different positions for me today. Like I said before last week, we've got a few injuries, which is not ideal to start a season, but you have to get through that, and then hopefully when we've got a full squad, to pick from, we've got a really strong group. And obviously Junior coming in. Obviously I know him as a left winger from my Mansfield days, and he can play again multiple positions. And I think he's shown his quality. He's not played many minutes at Worksop this pre-season, but he'll play more minutes for us, and I'll give him the faith and the confidence to go and do that. I believe in him. So and again, he adds strength to our group in terms of being able to play on that left wing, coming inside, or playing that left back if needed. So I think I'm really pleased for those 2 players, especially one on the debut, and then obviously Jono getting the goal after scoring an own goal. Probably the perfect way to respond, to be fair.
So it's a quick turnaround for Mickleover on Tuesday, a local derby with 3 games in 10 days. You've already mentioned that there is a few issues with players having a few knocks and a couple of injuries. How do you approach a game like that?
First of all, make sure the players that are fit are okay, and obviously we've had a couple come off today with hamstrings, not gone from what I'm speaking to the players, precautionary, but obviously we'll assess them over the next 24, 48 hours and see how they are. But again, probably epitomises the group. You've got players on the bench that come on and give their all for the team and equally good. So I've not got too many worries or issues in terms of if I have to play somebody different, that they're more than capable of going into that slot. So that's why you build a squad and have a strong 17, 18 players moving into the season if this happens. And yeah, it's not ideal, we can make excuses, but we've got to get on with it. And the players gave their all out there. Hopefully the fans can see that today. And the sharpness comes with games. Pre-season games are great, and but you get minutes into the legs. But when 3 points are on the line, that's when you've got to go through the mill. And to be fair, I think every single one of them did that today. And it's hard, I know, as a player, when you're not playing fantastically well or things aren't coming off for you. You've just got to keep doing it and keep trying and keep working hard and not give in. And that's the mentality of that group. And I think the fans would have seen that today. And hopefully can build on this now, and we're obviously going to get better. We're going to get sharper. So and hopefully we've got some more players back from the injuries that going into Tuesday night. But like you said, 4 games in 10 days, got to get on with it.